Hello students, I am Aditya sir. Welcome you all on my channel English Plus. Today I am with John Cage's Ode to Autumn. Yes, Ode to Autumn. Today I am with one of the finest and popular poems by John Keats, Ode to Autumn. Ode to Autumn is such a precious poem. It is studied not only in schools but also in different universities all over the world. I have divided the video of the poem into two parts. In the first part, we will discuss about the first stanza, including his walks, his life, and some interesting facts of his life. When John Keats was born, it was Victorian era. Victorian era is called when England was ruled by Queen Victoria, and the year was 1795 when he was born and died in 1821 due to tuberculosis. And the disease was taken from his mother. As he is a British romantic poet, his birthplace was Moorgate. Moorgate is a place as well as a station in London. You can see it in the image overplayed on the screen. He was the son of Thomas Keats and Frances Jennings. Let's see his beautiful signature and handwritings. You will love to see his house. Here is the house in white color, and that is situated in London. Keats was destined with a small span of life. It was not easy for him. His life was full of darkness, depression, difficulties, starvation, and mishappenings. He was only 9 years old when he lost his father in 1804. His father was died of falling from a horseback. He had to bear the pain, extreme pain of his mother and younger brother's death, who died caused by tuberculosis. The time was heart-wrenching for him. It was said when God takes something from you, he gives you, on the other hand, something extraordinary. The stream of poetry started coming out from his painful heart, loneliness, and starvation. Again, loaded with misfortunes, the new journey of writing of poetry was full of thorns. Critics of English literature didn't like her first volume of poetry entitled with poems. They showered on him bad words. This darted him. This caused him in depression. But there is always light at the end of a tunnel. A 18 years old woman came to live in his neighborhood, and she was Fanny Brown. She appreciated his poems a lot. His appreciation became a hope that made him energized, that made him positive. Fanny Brown and John Keats came close to each other. One day he wrote a poem for her, who Fanny, who later became his wife. But it was not easy for him because his life was uh, spending in starvation. So there was also a difficulty to get married with her. The poem Bright Star, written for her, made him a star poet in English literature. It was the time from where he never looked back. He wrote the finest poems one after another in the same year. The three ode for which he is known also came in the year of 1819, and his all famous works also came in the same year. People work for whole life but died anonymously. John Keats worked sincerely for 5 years and made himself immortal. He lives even today through his poetry. Suffering from tuberculosis, he said on his deathbed, and the last words are, "I'm dying, and I shall die easy. Don't be frightened. Be firm, and thank God it has come." Now let's learn his poem Ode to Autumn line by line, how he praises autumn in his words. Ode to Autumn. So first term is ode. I think it is the term is very new for you. So ode is a form of poetry. It's a kind of poetry. Actually, there are so many kinds of, so many forms of, not kind actually, forms of poetry like epic, free verse, rhymed poem, ballad, haiku, sonnet. So ode is also one of them, and it is a kind of lyric poem. Here, Cambridge Dictionary defined ode. What is ode? It says a poem expressing the writer's thought and feelings about a particular person or subject, usually written to that person or subject. So, what is ode? It is a poem which expresses a personal thinking, personal observation, personal thoughts about a person or subject or something non living thing. He talks to him or he talks to the person, to the subject. If the subject is non living thing, the poet personifies the object and talk to him. So this is ode to autumn, means here autumn is a non-living thing, and he has just personified it like he is talking like the human beings. It seems autumn is a person, autumn is a man, and he is talking to him, and he praises him. How he praises, for what he praises. Now we will read the line by line poem and understand it. Season of mist and mellow fruitfulness. Mist means fog, mellow means mild, less grown. The poet says that the environment is covered with light fog and trees are full of less grown fruits. Actually, Keats wants to say that there is a season of autumn. Autumn in England is totally different from that of India, so don't be confused. That's why there is mist and trees are full of fruits in the season over there. Now come to the next line, that is the second line. Close bosom friend of the maturing sun. Bosom friend means best friend, close friend. Here, poet has used double adjective close and bosom, right? So, in this sentence, he says that the autumn and the maturing sun are best friend. The term maturing sun used by the poet means the sun is getting older, and he will hardly be seen in winter, which comes after autumn in England. Conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatched eaves run. Conspiring here means making a plan. Actually, conspiring is a negative word, but here the poet uses uses positively. Thatch eaves. Thatch means it's a cover of a roof or a building with a straw or a similar material, right? So you can see it in the image. And such kind of roof in England you can find even today in countryside. So poet says that the autumn is making a plan to load all vines plant, grapes plant with fruits that run round the roof. Line number 5th and 6th. To bend with apples the mossed cottage trees and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core. Moss means covered with moss. Cottage trees, those trees which are grown in a courtyard, that is called cottage trees. Ripeness means ready to eatable, fruits that are ready to eatable. In these lines, in the 5th and 6th line, the poet again says that autumn is also planning to load apple trees in such a way that they can bend with overloaded fruits. And the autumn also plans to make ripen all the apple's fruits to the core. Actually, in ancient art, there is a concept of autumn. Means autumn has been personified and represented as a man, and you can see it in the picture. Here is the picture. You can see it. To swell the god and plumb the hazel shells with a sweet kernel. Now, further, the autumn think of to think of how to expand the size of vegetables like pumpkins, melon, cucumber, gourd, nuts, etc., and how to make them sweet to the core of the fruit and vegetables. He also plans to grow, to expand, and to transform the little birds into big flower. Here, the meaning of gourd means it's a kind of vegetables like cucumber, melon, and pumpkin. Plum means to make big, to make full. Hazel means it's a kind of nut like अखरोट आप समझते हो. And shells means this is the outer hard part of nut. Kernel, this is the internal part, innermost part of vegetables. And swell means it to become big and full. Budding means bud, the bud means kali, means the smallest part of a flower. So budding means growing and expanding of buds into a grown flower. And still more later, flowers for the bees, until they think warm days will never cease, for summer has overbrimmed their clammy cells. Here, bees, the insect, it's an insect. They means bees. Here, they has been used for bees. Cease means stop. Overbrimmed means it is over, O-V-E-R, overbrimmed. So, and clammy means sticky, moist. Cells means hive, the home of bees. In this line, John Keats talks more about the action of autumn. What he wants, what he does. He says autumn does not want to stop. He wants growing of flowers into full volume so that bees can prepare honey, because it is in the interest of not only bees but also human being. Bee thinks, and further bees thinks they will continue to the process of preparing honey from flower until summer comes, as with the coming of summer the shells will be overflowed. Now, if I summarize the stanza, the first stanza, Keats explains or describes the autumn is very useful season because it does so many things with the help of sun. Uh, he prepares vegetables and fruits, sweet fruits for birds, insects, animals, and human being as well. Facts about the poet and The first stanza, the poem Ode to Autumn, is complete now. It's over. In the second video, we will discuss the second stanza and third stanza. I hope you enjoy the video. If you enjoy the video, like it, share it, comment on it, and subscribe it. Thank you so much.